So this part 2 now, we're going to go ahead and create an airflow schedule using the existing space schedule. So we're going to add to the categories a calculated airflow, an actual supply, and we're going to make this airflow delta. So we're going to come back here to our space schedule. This is all in the project browser. If we come here while we're in the schedule, we can go under properties, go to field edit. So we're going to add actual. So we have the actual supply. I'm going to look for calculated supply. I'm going to move that one up. Calculated is the actual. Then we're going to make a calculated value, which is going to be the airflow delta. So discipline airflow, and it's going to be calculated minus actual. So HVAC, airflow, we're going to have formula, going to come here, calculated, minus, hit this dialog box, actual, hit OK, hit OK, and then hit OK. Alright, so here's the calculated supply from our last run, our actual, which is 0, and then we're going to have the airflow delta. This is the difference between calculated and actual. These are our spaces. The next thing we're going to do now is sort this. So on sorting, we're going to select levels, and then select descending, header, and blank line, and then select number. So let's go back here, sorting, select levels. In this case, we're going to turn let's double check that. So we're missing levels, obviously, because levels aren't there. So let's go back here, edit the field. Somehow we missed the levels in there, so add levels. Let's move that to the top. There, hit OK. Now we can sort it by levels. So we had levels, ascending, header, and blank line. So hit OK. We can see now we have our levels. It's ascending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our floors, ground 1, 2. So that's set up correctly. So the next thing now we're going to do for then by select number, and then on the formatting tab for fields, select level, and then select hidden field. So we go back here, sorting, then by, it's all right there, then by number, formatting, I'm going to pick level, and we're going to say hidden field. So that hides the field here because we don't want to see ground floor 20 times. This makes sure it's working by number. Okay, now you can see one thing when we ran this, we actually changed these. In this case it's left to building, and building is office. That's okay. So good thing is here we can always, that's why we have space type, because if you want to change these later, which we're going to be doing in the main project, so this will become important for the actual final project. Okay, next thing we're going to do now is format a condition, which we're going to show here. So we want to go ahead and define a couple things for field, select airflow delta, and say click conditional format, and we're going to say if it's outside of the range, -25 to 25. So for field, select airflow delta. So formatting airflow delta, conditional format, not between -25 and 25, background color red. So airflow delta not between -25, hit OK, hit OK. You can see now these are red. So the idea is once we have our supply set in, these should not, they should turn off red, so we have a visual cue that something's wrong. So this was the second part, setting this up. What you guys are going to be doing next, I want you to try to continue in this part here. I'm going to actually load the supply diffuser up to the blackboard as well, in case you guys don't have it. So you have to load that. So you're going to load that family, and that's going to be found under Insert Load Family. And then in my case, I have to look for it. And they probably changed it now a little bit. So we have supply diffuser, rectangular face, round neck. This is the one we used last time. So that's the one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that gets uploaded as well. So we can open that. Can just overwrite it, and then if we go to systems and we go into a level, systems, air handler, theirs are 24 by 24. And what we're going to do is once we're going to start to place this, we're going to place it actually on a work plane. What we're going to do is, I'm just going to place it real quick for you so you can see it. Once we have that place, we can adjust the CFMs. So this is where, think about like how many diffusers you want in each room, and by doing that, you basically have an idea of what's needed per space. And if you're not sure what space is which, or the best is just to go in VG, like in this case we can't see it. Go into spaces, if interior fill is turned on. Let's turn this back to shaded so we can see them. So I know that's space 5. And I know that's space 4. So what that means is if I go back to my schedule, so I can go to view, close hidden, open up my schedule, tile these two. I can see for space 4 and 5 what's my CFM. So if I just come here and click on it, 4 and 5, I know that's floor number 1. I know what the CFM is. I can then figure out, do I want to have one diffuser? You can see, you know, if we put 1 in there, in the space, if we change this to a 550, can see now we're within range. So start working with that. We're going to pick up with this. More important, get the two other under Analyze your heating and cooling loads. And then you'll see once we size the diffuser, once we start making the actual layout for the ductwork's going to be sized on based on the CFM for the actual room. Okay, so continue, get those, work on the heated loads. And again, on Thursday, you're going to be receiving the final project. So you'll be starting to do this specific to that project.